Hi, my name's Jenna, and the cat of the week is Nala. She's one of our cougars out here at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. Her owners had received her as a gift, and they realized that she wouldn't fit in very well at their house with their 2-year-old. So they ended up keeping Nala, unfortunately, in a pet carrier for many days. Thankfully, though, Turpentine Creek's supporters convinced her to bring the cougar out here to Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. So Nala now lives out here and enjoys many days running about in the grassy habitat. So Nala is one of our most playful cats we have out here. One of her favorite things to do is she actually enjoys running up and down along the fence with the interns out here. Every once in a while she'll be laying in the grass stalking us and then comes running along with us. At feeding time she tends to be a little bit on the aggressive side and is ready for her food when it's time. So next time you come out to the refuge, make sure you come down our bear tunnel and see Nala where she gets to hang out with her cage mate Casey.
Several out there because I mean that's like I said 5 others they're all the time coyotes running them. So.
Hi, I'm Emily. In the previous part of the podcast you saw that we rescued a young male coyote over just this weekend, and we have had him in quarantine for the last 2 days. I'm here with Andrea White of Tender Heart Wildlife Rehab. That's here locally. You guys are in Berryville?
In Berryville, yes.
And she is actually going to be taking the coyote for us and rehabbing him, and he'll be re-released out into the wild. So it's kind of a big success story for us. We have another resident that is a coyote named Cheyenne who had been fully vaccinated, and by law they can't be re-released into the wild. So we figured since this guy came in and is pretty wild acting and had just been taken out of the wild by these folks that he had a good chance of survival, and that's the point. You know, even here at the refuge, as we have tigers, lions, we do have native species though, bears, cougars, bobcats. You know, all wild animals do belong in the wild. It's just when humans step in and to where they become too dependent on people where they can't be re-released, and obviously we have some non-native species. But you run into this every baby season. Where this situation, you know, was a little bit different. His mom was shot, but you run into this situation where people just come across baby animals that are in the wild, and it's just like people. You have to go. We have to go to the store and get our food, and the moms have to go out and hunt and eat themselves so that they can gain enough weight to feed the babies.
Right. They just get kidnapped.
Right. Exactly. And so it's kind of a. I don't know, how many babies are you seeing? And besides coyote, you rescue.
This year we've taken. We're guesstimating between 400 to 450 animals this year.
This year alone, that's just since
every
January.
year, yeah, every year from January until August this year, we've seen approximately 400 to 450.
All right, well, we're excited about this because you know, he definitely, just his whole demeanor and everything, I think will be a little survivor out there, and hopefully this has kind of been traumatic for him, you know, being around people. Right. And even when the gentleman had him, was feeding him, he couldn't have any contact with him. So, you know, he's probably learned a good lesson to stay away from people.
Right.
You know, we've kept him in quarantine and make sure, you know, we've bleached every area to make sure that, you know, we don't want anything. I mean, we vaccinate our cats and everything, but we don't want any cross-contamination of anything with our coyote and stuff.
Right. So. We can't vaccinate anything that goes back into the wild.
Right.
So.
All right. Well, Andrea, really appreciate it.
We'll
Thanks
take
for
him
working
and grow
with
him up
us.
and let him go.
All right, great. Well, this has been a great success story for Wiley the Coyote that came here 2 days ago.